I work with young people, and I'd like to know what we can do to engage young people in some way to forward our cause with, for instance, economics or the Rainbow Coalition or whatever we need to do.
Now, obviously, the easiest one is this issue of mentorship, which is kind of, people do a lot of that kind of stuff. But you look at your zones of crisis, just say Brixton just for convenience sake. Last month, I've stayed in several public housing projects to keep myself rooted in where people are facing pain. You go into a condominium, and condominiums and projects are made the same way.
Yeah.
Right? One door, toilet, hot, cold, running water, made the same way. You go into a condominium, the first person you meet is a security guard at the door. And you have a key you get through, ID card, or not you have to be buzzed in, right? It starts with security. Within that complex, invariably, exercise machines, Stairmasters and the like, right? Elliptical machines. Within that complex, are study halls for children with computers, just for starters. This is structural. This is not personal stuff. This is what's in the condo. When you go over to the public housing area, usually the security person is not there. There's a free flow of traffic. So the first breakdown is security, right?
Yeah.
It becomes a place that does not lend itself to study. All the conveniences that come with a condo. So when you dumb down healthcare and security and education, you have dumb results. So fighting for equal protection of the least of these, since after all the big bailout, the big crisis in the home foreclosure starts with how we treat the least of these. The big issue in crime starts with how we treat the least of these early on. I mean, this whole crime thing comes from mothers that can't get prenatal care. It comes from high mortality rates for the life expectancy, right? You know that kids are forming an awful lot of stuff by the 8th month. Mothers playing music to babies when they're really infant, right? You know that they're now building jail cells on 3rd grade reading scores. So we know, and that is struck. That's not I'm a mentor kid at 15. That's a good thing to do. But this stuff starts much earlier than that, right, friends?
Yes.
So being in that fight for structural equality is a very principled way to fight. On the mentoring thing, and I close, I never cease to be amazed at how many kids that you would take for granted have never been more than 3 miles from their home in London.
That's right.
I stayed with a family in Atlanta last week, young man, 20 years old. We went down to where we were having our conference at the Hyatt Hotel in downtown Atlanta. He was 20. He'd never seen it. He had never been inside the Hyatt. The number of kids in Chicago who've never seen Lake Michigan. Forget having been to the Museum of Science and Industry, the planetarium. I said, never seen Lake Michigan. And so I would suspect you got some of that here too.
Yeah.
Right? Kids who've never been on the river, who've never been on the boat. I mean, say children. Remember more where you took them than what you bought them.
Yeah.
So just that becomes a way to begin to gain their attention. And only God knows. Now, just take this young man that's with me today. And I'm going to close this note. Stop rolling that film for a minute.
I'm 19, sir.
How many times have you been out the country?
This is my first time.
Right, he's on this trip. We're here today, Thursday, we go to India. He's learning, he's seeing something. Now, you're 15. What school are you in?
I'm at DePaul University.
When you finish high school?
I finished high school last year.
And so he is about to finish college before he's 20. These kids are all around us.
Yeah.
But this cannot be a mission, for graybeards only. We got to bring them in.
Yeah.
He will have seen A lot of them, he will have gone to Oxford this week. He will have met with people like, he will have met with Diane this week. He will go to India this week. And so, whatever I pay him, which ain't nothing, he'll remember more
Where he went.
where he went
That's right.
than what I paid him. God bless him.
Well done.